Wow, thank you. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the kickoff of our 95th academic year. It's great to see everybody here today. For those of you who I have not yet met, my name is Tim Seidel. I'm the Vice President for University Advancement here at Eastern. I would like to open today's program by introducing the new employees that have joined our team over the past year. As you came in today, hopefully you received one of the new faces information sheets. So you can follow along as I introduce new employees by department. If you're here, if you can raise your hand or stand up and just wave so people can maybe get eyes on you. But hold your applause until the end and then we'll give everybody a big resounding thanks and appreciation for being here. So to get started, in the Office of Admissions, good. Janet Camp, Early College Initiatives Specialist. Leah Harris, Early College Initiatives Specialist. Julie Hernandez, Admissions Counselor. Kelly Mills, Administrative Program Assistant. Cassandra Sanchez, Campus Visit Coordinator. In the Division of Athletics, Timothy Brown, Assistant Football Coach. James Carlson, Sports Information Director. Morgan Farrington, Assistant Women's Soccer Coach. Jordan Hara, Assistant Men's Baseball Coach. Aveline Lai, Assistant Women's Volleyball Coach. Lauren Oxford, Assistant Athletic Trainer. Ethan Ronquillo, Assistant Women's Soccer Coach. Scott Shannon, Head Women's Lacrosse Coach. And Kyle Treadway, Head Men's Baseball Coach. In the College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences, James Dyer, Assistant Professor of English and Writing. Jessica Fabricatore, Visiting Assistant Professor of Communications. Paul Nauert, Assistant Professor of History. Courtney Tabor, Visiting Assistant Professor of Communications. Elliot Treichel, Assistant Professor of English and Writing. And in the College of Business, Mohammed Abulhija, Associate Professor of Accounting. Haley Durant, College Operations Manager. Aubrey Rich, Office Specialist. And Margot Gagon, Associate Professor of Business. And I apologize if I'm massacring any of your names. Please forgive me. In the College of Education, Dion Ashby, Special Programs Manager, Head Start. Casey Boothby, High School Curriculum and Data Manager. Lydia Colvin, GoSTEM Mobile Maker Lab Out of School Project Manager. Kyle Coyle, P12 Education Program Manager. Jamie Landa, College Operations Manager. And Colleen Took, Education Coordinator, Head Start. In the College of Science, Technology, Mathematics, and Health Sciences, Andrew Baltensberger, Assistant Professor of Biology. Andrew David Bjork, Assistant Professor of Mathematics. Arumo Made, Advanced Academic Educator, Computer Science. Olivia Kujian, Assistant Professor of Psychology. Jessica Lloyd Hazlitt, Senior Online Clinical Educator. Christine McNichols-Witt, Clinical Placement Coordinator. Brian Myers, Assistant Professor of Biology. And Anthony Stenson, Assistant Professor of Psychology. Nice to hear all the people following along. Page is turning, good. In the Division of Finance and Administration, Casey Bowen, Administrative Program Specialist in Payroll. William Hollenbeck, Painter, Facility Operations. Anita Munoz, Custodian, Facility Operations. Connor Nett, Financial Aid Coordinator. Matthew Ortman, Grounds Maintenance Worker, Facility Operations. Lynn Paulson, Administrative Program Specialist, Facility Operations. Douglas Strand, Trades and Maintenance Worker, Facility Operations. Cody Williams, Audio-Visual Technician, Information Technology. Rowdy Wilson, Administrative Program Assistant, Student Financial Services. And Greg Zolman, Grounds Maintenance Worker, Facility Operations. In the library, Kimberly Olson Charles, Assistant Professor, and Candace Watkins, Dean of the Library. In the Office of the President, somebody you'll meet shortly, her name is Kelly Ryan, and she is the new president. In Regional Outreach and Innovation, Cami Walborn, Administrative Program Assistant. In the office or the Division of Student Affairs, Missy Brown, Counselor and Psychologist, Counseling Center. Ryan Franks, Area Coordinator, Residence Life. Pamela Frederick Williams, Office Specialist, Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, and Belonging. Caitlin Geckler, Retention Coordinator, Learning Center. Mackenzie Jarofsky, Administrative Program Assistant, Residence Life. Julie Kennery, Strategic Initiatives Project Director. Casey Layden, Area Coordinator, Residence Life. Beanie Moses, Associate Vice President, Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, and Belonging. And Rosa Ramirez, Accommodations Specialist, Learning Center. And then finally, in the Division of University Advancement, Michael Dakota, Public Information Representative. Woo. And speaking of advancement, something we do every year is prepare a little video to look back on last year and look forward to the next upcoming year. So we're going to show that to you now, and then we'll get into the introductions of some of our guests and speakers and President Ryan. So go ahead and start the video, guys.
We are Eastern Oregon University. In today's world of higher education, every decision, every action, every word is part of a growing narrative. EOU's is the story of investment. Investment in our students, investment in our community, investment in the future. As Oregon's Rural University, we climb higher together when we prioritize student success. It isn't just about earning a diploma, it's about the transformational power of education. It's about the potential of every student who comes to EOU. It's about nurturing their dreams, helping them achieve their goals, and enabling them to be a force for change in the world. For students to be successful, we must ensure EOU's financial sustainability. This will enable the university to provide our students access to a high-quality education. Financial sustainability isn't about profit. It's about making sure that we have the ability to invest in our students. To ensure financial sustainability, EOU will optimize our enrollment pipeline. Our goal is to continue building a steady, diverse stream of eager minds of learners of all ages. Together, we will keep these students engaged and retain them through graduation and beyond. This is about fostering a community of learning in which we challenge and inspire each other. It is the people who are the heart and soul of Eastern Oregon University, and together we demonstrate its value and impact. EOU's value propositions will be a beacon guiding students from all walks of life. This is an assurance that here at Eastern Oregon University, students will find a community that cares deeply about their success in the classroom, in their careers, and in their lives. Student success, financial sustainability, the enrollment pipeline, and value propositions are interwoven threads of a powerful narrative. A story that begins with each of you, continues with all of us, and ensures a vibrant future for EOU. We are Eastern Oregon University, and we climb higher together.
I'm going to be introducing Mr. Mark Pearson, who's chair of the EOU Foundation Board of Directors, up to say a few comments. Mark?
Thank you and good afternoon. It's great to see you all here today, and thank you for an opportunity to say a few things about the Eastern Oregon University Foundation. I'm a 1977 alum of Eastern Oregon University, and I currently serve as the chair, as Tim mentioned. And I can tell you I'm very glad to be able to give back to this university. I owe so much to EOU. When I first enrolled, I was a laborer at the particle board plant in LeGrand and had a young family. And obtaining the degree at EOU dramatically changed the trajectory of my life. Besides the strong academic preparation I received here and the degree, I also benefited from the small class sizes that we have here at EOU and the strong mentoring and counseling I received from my professors. So anyway, glad to be here and glad to give back. To provide a little bit of background, the foundation, I understand, was established in 1964 by 3 community leaders for the benefit of students and the university. The foundation, I can tell you, has grown significantly since 1964. Today, the foundation and its governing trustees and board of directors manage over $20 million in assets and work in partnership with EOU to help the university achieve its goals, including significant student scholarship support. The foundation has been able to achieve this incredible growth through the unwavering support of our many generous donors. Their contributions enable us to provide scholarships, enhance facilities, and invest in resources that directly benefit our students and faculty. Just a few examples. So far this year, we've awarded private scholarships to nearly 400 students, totaling over $650,000 in funding to help these students achieve their dreams. We hope to increase that amount this year, and we hope in the near future to achieve $1 million in scholarships. We're also happy to support the numerous capital and programmatic efforts at EOU, including the new field house and its Health and Human Performance Center, the new academic programs like the Ag Entrepreneurship Scholarships and the Clinical Mental Health Counseling Master's Program, and just recently the Voice student newspaper. Thank you so much for allowing me to meet with you today and tell you a little bit about the foundation, and I wish each and every one of you a successful and rewarding academic year. Thank you.
Our next speaker is the chair of our Board of Trustees, Cheryl Martin, an alumna, a retired educator, and a rancher from just out here in North Powder. So, Cheryl?
Thank you. I received my degree in 1976, and I'm happy to say I have a grandson who is a freshman this year at Eastern Oregon University playing football. So I know, it's pretty fun. So the Eastern Oregon University Board of Trustees are honored to be, is that really loud? To be part of welcoming you all to the beginning of this new academic year. We hope you're looking forward with great joy and excitement. I know some of you here today start the year seasoned by experience and wisdom, and for others, it is with the excitement and challenges of newness. But my hope for all of us is that this will be a year in which, when we look back on it or reflect upon it, will show that we displayed unfettered compassion and kindness, that we deepened our respect for each other, that we learned to really listen and accept the hearts of those around us, that we understood even if we didn't agree, that we never missed an opportunity to show gratitude, and that we were strong in the face of adversity. My hope is that we are all truly where we want to be, doing what makes us happy, and that our students, our coworkers, and the community see and feel it. And that also applies to the EOU Board of Trustees, who are committed to our role of governance. We take the duties seriously and with great responsibility. The board members include teachers, CEOs, doctors, managers, planners, administrators, directors, ranchers, and a student. We cherish the history and traditions of this university, and we embrace the promise of the future. We value all aspects of the university and strongly believe that it takes partnership, cooperation, selflessness, transparency, conversation, and understanding to help elevate EOU to all it can be. We're excited and look forward to working with President Ryan. We appreciate how she has so quickly and thoroughly immersed herself into all aspects of EOU. I believe I can say that she has already earned the right to call herself a mountaineer. We know we have some challenges ahead: increasing student enrollment numbers, keeping tuition affordable, and achieving the fiscal soundness of a balanced budget are but a few that loom over the horizon. But we know that as we tackle the challenges, we will also cherish the moments that draw us all together as true Eastern Oregon mountaineers. We believe we have a strong foundation of our provost, our deans, our vice presidents, the faculty, the staff, and most of all, our students. EOU has what it takes to rise to high places and continue the path to greatness. I believe we are all so blessed to be a part of this very special rural EOU community. It is with genuine gratitude to all of you for your loyalty, commitment, and dedication to helping to make Eastern Oregon University the very best place for students to learn and grow. May we all be proud to tell the story and be positive representatives of EOU, the beautiful rural University of Eastern Oregon. Thank you, and may God bless this year in front of us.
Next up, I am going to introduce our new president of the Associated Students of Eastern Oregon University, Calvin.
Howdy, y'all. Can y'all hear me? Y'all hear? Okay, cool. Real quick, can I get a cheer from everyone that is an alumni of Eastern Oregon University? That's great. It really brings a tear to my eye. Wow, that's just crazy to see how many people come back to really work at Eastern University and how great we are here. So, for those of you who don't know me, which isn't very many people, I think, in this room, most of y'all know me, my name's Calvin Bennett. I'm a double major in business and marketing with a minor in political science, and I am the student body president this year. And I'm up here to give you a little rundown on what ASEOU is going to be doing over the next year. But first, the university asked me to give you an insight into who I am. So I decided to tell you guys about my hometown and my graduating class. Mitchell, Oregon is about 3.5 hours southwest of here. I hear the laughter. That's not very nice. But it's fair. So 3.5 hours southwest of here, or southeast, something like that. And it is a town of about 100 people. In 2020, the best year of all time, as we all know, I graduated in a class of 2. 2 people, right? Thank you. I don't know why you're cheering. Anyways, that's a pretty small class, right? But it was supposed to be a class of 4. COVID kind of ended the career of 2 of my peers. And so yeah, that means we had a 50% dropout rate. That's tough. That's pretty tough. At least I was a valedictorian, so worked out pretty good for me on that one. But back to ASEOU, the real reason I'm here. So the students of EOU have had a rough couple years. The COVID pandemic, we've been feeling the lingering effects from that. A rising cost of living, man, rent is killer, you know what I'm saying? And just a perception of just less to do on this campus. So as president, I have a couple goals to kind of put these behind us, or at least put them at ease. The first is to add a shot of adrenaline into both the on and off campus experience for our students. Second is to act as a connector between the students and organizations and different employment opportunities across campus in the region. And third is to make students' voices heard in the political process. Each of these 3 goals has a task force made up of student leaders whose main goal is to solve these issues and try to fix them. On that note, I would like to get off the stage now, but first I have to introduce your president, Dr. Kelly Ryan. Thank you.
I'm in charge of working my own PowerPoint here today. Wish me luck. Turned it on, step one, going smoothly. All right, well, good afternoon and welcome everyone. I'm truly so happy to see you here today. I've been kind of waiting for everyone to get back. So thank you for making this moment a priority. We find ourselves today, like a great many institutions, on the other side of a difficult 3 years. We have the opportunity this year to build a new Eastern Oregon University, one that's raised on the greatness of EOU, but one that is different from the one prior to the pandemic and the new budgetary and enrollment challenges we face. Over the past few months, I've come to learn that EOU is student-friendly, flexible, has engaging faculty and staff, and that we try to respond to the community's needs. I've had the opportunity to talk with a lot of faculty, staff, and administration since arriving, as well as our community members, alumni, and various boards. All of these conversations have shown me that the future can be bright if we set that path right now. When I look around, I see the potential for strength and innovation at EOU. I can see on the horizon an EOU that is more than student-friendly. I see an EOU that is student-centered, continues offering learning in flexible environments, and deeply engages our students in our online and face-to-face modalities and in co-curricular life, while simultaneously serving as an anchor institution for Eastern Oregon and our state. I'd like to share with you a little update on EOU's current state of affairs before I ask you to become a leader in our shared future. At 1 week from classes starting, we're a campus of 2,566 graduate and undergraduate students. We offer more than 37 degrees and certificates in our undergraduate and graduate programs. We have online and face-to-face classes to meet students where they are with their work and familial obligations. We have made it part of our mission to make college affordable and to increase the number of individuals who attain degrees. And we have the most affordable 4-year degree in Oregon. We have many wonderful faculty and staff who prioritize student success, and a group of students who are looking to have it all: good career outcomes and transformative experiences in their friendships, learning, and mentorship. It sounds pretty good, doesn't it? There's something to be proud of here, and I really like it here. How about you? Will you join me in pushing EOU even further? I'd like to share with you what EOU has done to shore up success before we get to the future, because there's a lot more to EOU than the number of students we serve or what programs we offer. We have a lot of heart, and I see a spirit of innovation around me. Our Title III grant is empowering student success by engaging students early and often. Working on 6 major areas to improve student success, the grant team engages in proactive advising redesign, co-requisite math and writing investment, deepening our experiential learning program, investing in the first-year experience, including a systematic approach to scheduling and fostering a sense of belonging. Dean Nate Lowe laid the foundational work for this project, and AVP Beanie Moses is moving us forward with a talented team of leaders among faculty, staff, and administration. Working in tandem with many of the Title III grant projects is the Moonshot for Equity program that helps us evaluate our practices to ensure that we're actively working to enhance all of our students' success at the university. Its 15 best practices intersect with many of the goals in the Title III program. This grant partnership with Treasure Valley Community College and Blue Mountain Community College allow us to enhance the experience of students as they transfer to us and create an ecosystem of success. It may well be, by the end of our Title III and Moonshot programming, that Eastern Oregon is known for advancing equity, student success, and completion above our counterparts to the West. And I really like the sound of that. Of course, it takes all of us to advance EOU, and I see a lot of action on campus. Student-centered programming has been pushed by our innovative staff, including Career Services, who created shared programming with our regional workforce partners, with programs like the EO Career Expo and the Employer Wednesdays programming. They also revised their internship program, and it's launching this fall. I sure have asked a lot of student affairs since I've arrived, and they've stood up to the challenge. We're launching a mentorship program for our new on-campus students to make sure they're cared for, have timely interventions, and are encouraged to have the resilience to continue. As this project grows, we hope to eventually reach all of our students. I'm so grateful to Jordan Withers and VP Dunn Cascio for taking the lead on this project. Another great strength is our excellent facilities. And I know those of us who have moved out of Inlow are a little bit flustered in our new spaces, but it's important to not forget that at EOU we continue investing in our infrastructure. The opening of the field house, renovations in the residence halls, and our continuing commitment to improving our existing infrastructure shows that this campus will remain stunningly beautiful while meeting the needs of our students, faculty, and staff. Athletics had an outstanding year last year. Student athletes continued to excel in the classroom with 174 student athletes named Academic All-Conference. Mountie football had the most NAIA scholar athletes in the nation, and we earned President's Excellence status. We've got some heavy hitting among our athletes. In the athletic arena, we won the Cascade Conference All-Sports Championship title, and our volleyball, women's basketball, and men's track and field teams won CCC Conference championships. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Our educational quality, of course, continues to advance, and in my biweekly emails, I've updated you on a great number of kudos EOU has achieved in the last few months. But there's even more to share. EOU's College of Education has been getting a lot of good grades. They received grades of A for undergraduate and B in graduate programs for the strength of our elementary reading instruction and programs. EOU was the only program to receive an A and B in the programs. Representative Boomer Wright came to campus last week to celebrate the College of Education's success with us. What does that tell you? Perhaps that the College of Education is among the best in the state? That's what I'm feeling. In addition to filling the MS in Clinical Mental Health Counseling program's first cohort, the College of Science, Technology, Mathematics, and Health Sciences has been on the move. The biology department completed the acquisition of 2 new state-of-the-art DNA sequencers, and these are going to provide sequencing capabilities that are unique in Eastern Oregon. The instrument will greatly enrich instruction and research and will enhance our research collaborations with external partners. The mathematics department will run the first instance of 072, a developmental course. This is going to reduce developmental mathematics sequence by 1 term. I am so excited about this development that when Peter Geisinger emailed me it, I jumped out of my chair and screamed with joy. The poor librarians. That's a lot of hard work by our faculty, and it is going to reap dividends by our students, and it is exactly what we're supposed to be doing. The math department continues to be on the move. They've also begun supporting sponsored dual credit in high schools. The College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences embarked on an amazing summer bridge program. It is a huge team effort that extends beyond the college, and its complex program involves the Writing Center, advising, admissions, Res Life, student affairs, and our own students serving as peer mentors, as well as our community partners. Having visited with the team and students, I can tell you I am very proud of these efforts. It is a cool program. The College of Business has been doing a lot of engaging work on behalf of our students in Region 2. Dr. Peter Mayle and the Eastern Oregon Center for Economic Innovation continues its work with the Forest Service and Wallowa Resources on the Blue Mountain Forest Plan revision. EOU economics students are involved, and they're also going to be using software to conduct economic impacts assessment thanks to funding from a Future Ready grant. The Agricultural Entrepreneurship Program, in partnership with the City of La Grande, conducted a feasibility study on commercial kitchens for use by small-scale entrepreneurs. More food, more happiness. It's great work. Dr. Sherry Carpenter and the marketing program are going to be re-engaging with the national millennial community, giving students access to real-world engagement with Fortune 500 companies. So much excellent work has been done to help students grow in their learning and to power our region and its development. Congratulations to each and every one of you that made these successes possible. We're a community at EOU, and it's important to celebrate our successes and attend to our community. Of course, attending to our community means paying heed to our greatest opportunity for success. That means caring for ourselves, the faculty, staff, administration, as well as our students. That's our community. Our work with students is what powers EOU. It's what powers many of you, and it's why you work here. We have the tremendous privilege of planting seeds in our students every day. These seeds grow this region as well as our students' individual transformation. It's a lot of giving and service. I'm very proud of that. While students are with us, we get to see them grow their roots, develop their branches, and blossom. However, their greatest successes often occur after they leave. We don't often get to sit under their branches and relish the effect they have on the world. The work we do can be as daunting as it is inspiring. Not every individual comes to us ready to advance. They require coaxing. We often have to put stakes next to their trunks to make sure they grow in the right directions. Sometimes many stakes and lots of watering. But we were instrumental, and let's not forget that. This kind of work requires that we take care of ourselves as individuals as well as our community, and I'm asking you to do just that. And this ask, among the others I make today, comes first for a reason. You have to come first at EOU. Take care of yourselves. We cannot be part of a healthy community without care of self and each other. And I'm asking you to own that today. In addition to excellent benefits, our equity-focused professional development series this year offers opportunities to engage in 21-day challenges to learn about listening in the fall and activism self-care in the spring. We're doing this because we care, and equity is also about our community's personal growth and development. So have courageous conversations. Look within as much as outside to check in with yourself and seek feedback and help when you need it. I've been having a lot of open conversations with individuals across campus, and listening is important for all of us to do. It's how our community will grow and thrive. It's how each of us will find where we belong. It doesn't mean we always agree, but we do take the time to listen and learn from one another. Over the course of my listening sessions, I've learned a lot about the strength and resilience of faculty, staff, and administration around here. EOU has been through it. You really have. Most regional universities have struggled these past 3 years. But I think EOU has a certain something that gives it an edge. A rugged spirit and a desire to work together to find solutions to issues. Take, for example, every single innovation that I've mentioned. Each of those came from faculty, staff, and administration coming together to create new pathways for our students, our campus, and the region. That's important. That's inspiring. It's the vital component of EOU's DNA sequence. Faculty and staff in working groups paired with administration to solve, push, and win. Let's keep this working partnership strong, perhaps even improve upon it, and make a point to communicate more often about our needs. Now, let's dig into our enrollment and our students a bit further to show where we are and where we're going this year. There we go. Our enrollment's recovering, though it continues to be a challenge, particularly in the area of re-enrollment. At this moment, our overall enrollment is down in head count by only 0.2%. That's 6 students. Our head count is looking all right. Our credit hours are down 1.5%. Re-enrollment is obviously our largest opportunity and challenge, even as we do more to engage beginner and transfer students in realizing the power of an EOU degree. On the admissions side, we've improved from the dramatic losses of the pandemic and other factors facing the region. We're up in beginner students. We're pretty flat in transfers, despite a 9% overall decline in college-going rates in the last 10 years in Oregon. We're going to have to continue tackling messages both about the value of a college degree as well as EOU's value proposition. This puts an incredible strain on our work, but I know we're up to the challenge. Among the many awesome new innovations that occurred this year was that our early college initiatives team met with over 1,400 student athletes visiting the 6 athletic camps that we had this summer. We're starting a really cool new initiative at LeGrand High School, setting up EOU admissions and early college initiative staff to be there 2 days a week. We're developing relationships with more students to help us grow our enrollment there. If that project sails, then we can put more ships out to sea in other high schools to increase our engagement. We're fortunate that the College of Education has teachers and leaders in so many local high schools that we can call on as our ambassadors to EOU, and we'll do just that. The future looks even brighter with our dual admissions work and our transfer negotiations with BMC, TVCC, and across the state. We'll have to keep working to reduce those transfer student barriers, and we have a team working under Moonshot and other areas to do just that. Residence life is recovering. Applications are up 7.8% over last year, with projected occupancy at 338 students. That's 22 more than last year. This is more in alignment with our housing numbers from 2016 than the last 3 years. And in addition, we're fully staffed. Our newest RAs are in attendance today. Let's have them stand and give a round of applause. Thank you. We've made strides in having our students realize their dreams, including improving our 6-year graduation rates yearly the last 3 years. However, there's still work to do, especially when we look at our new student body and the issues they're facing. I'm stinking at this. Is that right? All right. Our students are our passion, and we have a great new class of 2027, as well as our returning students to welcome back. I'm inspired by their energy and interest in being engaged and part of our communities. Students are doing their best to juggle work, family, and the dream of attaining an EOU degree. Our past and present students tell us so much about ourselves and what we should do best to serve them. So let's dig in a bit. Students reported cost, location, the needfulness of attaining a degree for their career, and the quality of education at EOU when asked how they described the value of their EOU degree. Our students are most often really practically minded, as you would expect of a rural region. One student commented that EOU had, quote, a quality degree from an affordable institution. I got what I needed without the debt I didn't need. That's meaningful We often ignore this fact about ourselves, and we don't take pride in it. But it actually takes a lot of work to make a university degree affordable. Let's take pride in the reason students come here. We're an affordable university because we care about creating access. A few other students gave me more of what my heart needs to power through the day, calling their experience, quote, life-changing. Still, they always had a sense of the practical. One student said, I learned how to be a good and smart human here. The cost of my education and the experience was way more than I paid. Pretty cool, right? Of course, it's critical that we fulfill students' expectations and goals while they attend. Upon graduation, nearly 80% of students agree that EOU offers a high-quality academic programs and that it was worth the cost. Just over 80% agree that the education they received will help them achieve their long-term goals. And we're fitting in with national standards here, something else to be proud of. Our students desire flexibility from us. Students are choosing all online, face-to-face, and many are choosing neither and appreciate the best of both worlds. And that's because they are busy. In EOU's first destination survey, 69% of students reported working full and part-time. In another more detailed question, 50.6% of students reported working 30 to 40 hours a week. 16.7% of students reported working 16 to 30 hours a week. Our students need to work. Students' work lives aren't our competition. It's a fact we have to adapt to. One student shared, quote, most students are having a hard time finding jobs that will be understanding that they are college students and work with their schedules accordingly. Another student noted her two biggest goals this year to, one, balance my full-time job with a full course load, and two, participate in class. Love that. Our students want the best of both worlds. Our students are struggling with time, money, and a desire for a high-quality educational experience. We won't be able to ask them to quit work to focus on school. Lessening their course load can also cause problems with completion and increased debt. This is a real bind we have to be mindful of, and we have to find solutions around. There's a mosquito, like, right in front of my face, circling me. Career development is a priority for our students. They mostly come to college only because of this. We can't underestimate this factor, and we're not doing well by our students when we don't attend to it. This is an area of great opportunity. In a Kale Adult Student Learner Survey, we were repeatedly listed below our peers for not getting students into Career Services Office and for not integrating career planning activities into our programs of study. Of course, this is not universal, but it's something that deserves our serious attention. Making our students' priorities our priorities is the way we share our values with them, and I'm hopeful we can move on this with your help. Our students come to us with more than just prior schoolwork. They're balancing a lot, dealing with a lot, and looking forward to a lot. It's our job to help them get where they need to go and to understand them as whole individuals. We have to avoid transactional relationships with our students and think about them holistically. A few important things we all need to be mindful of about our students. I mean, this is crazy. It's requiring Buddha level skill. I actually got it, just for the record. Don't come back. Wellness. Nationwide, nearly a third of all college students have been diagnosed with an anxiety disorder, and the number of reported cases of student anxiety has increased 50% over the past 8 years. 8 in 10 undergraduates set to graduate said they have felt burned out, at least sometimes during college. And we can see why. The jobs, the work, the life. Socialization is really important to our students. Our on-campus students in particular are looking forward to creating new friendships, balancing work, both academic and paid, with new experiences. It makes a ton of sense that this generation is desirous of engaging fully and totally in activity. Many of them are unsure what to expect and feel as though they've missed out and need to develop their social skills. They feel the pressure to socialize, sometimes have anxiety over it, and they need some extra motivation here and there. And to make matters more challenging, our students have shared they don't have the money to partake in many of the activities in the community. In a recent meeting I had with RAs, I learned many students found last year to be a real bummer. Case in point, one courageous student journalist published an essay last year in the student newspaper that highlighted EOU is not fulfilling its promise to provide good co-curricular and social experiences for students. One student was quoted as saying, quote, "I just feel like I'm not reaching my full potential at EOU." The crux of the issue was that students feel we're not catering to their needs for socialization. Of course, we're never going to get a 100% mark on that. After all, it's a bunch of us older folks trying to tend to a different generation. However, it hurts, doesn't it? It hurts to hear that. It really hurts when I hear students talk about this. We have to look it square in the eye and not ignore it. Our livelihood and mission depend upon addressing it. This essay by that student and the many other students I've spoken with have given me a sense of urgency around this issue. We have to attend to our campus vitality. I've asked VP Dean Cascio to address some of these issues by creating a campus vitality team. In addition, the VP, deans, and I are hosting events on the quad to help enliven the campus a little the first 3 weeks of school. We have to get started now. But of course, there are many more weeks to come. How can we help students feel engaged when it gets a bit colder, when they need to be pushed more into activities? How can we push them from fear to enjoyment, from isolation to community? And how can we gauge our online students? One online student shared with me that their goal is to develop more of an identity. The student said, quote, this is difficult as a 100% online student. We don't receive anything remotely close to the same experience as a hybrid or on-campus student. I need you to help me with this. I need your clever minds working through these issues. The next major issue this new generation faces is, of course, learning preparedness and learning loss. A new study from the Education Recovery Scorecard shared that Oregonians experience some or dramatic learning losses in reading and math. The scale of loss depended on the region, but the average U.S. high school public student in grades 3 through 8 lost the equivalent of half a year of learning in math and a quarter of a year in reading. These are the students entering EOU this year and in the coming years. A few students I queried noted that learning loss was an issue for them, and many wrote they really needed clear communication about expectations. One student noted their first goal was to get through all my classes and catch up to grade level. Her second goal, make meaningful relationships with people. What do we do for these students? How do we help them learn, connect, and have success here? How do we give them feedback? And do we give them feedback often enough? I don't have all the answers. I'm asking our campus to be engaged in these conversations, to have these difficult and courageous conversations, and this is where you come in. Each and every one of you in this room and perhaps on Zoom, we have an opportunity and a challenge for this university around student success and re-enrollment that is greater than any one we have ever faced. It's also never been more important to do more and be more for this new generation. Our campus has the ability to make a decision to stagnate in the challenges of the past or to move forward and engage in charting a new future for this generation of students. That doesn't mean we ignore our own suffering. Part of pushing for student success also means taking care of ourselves. It means we tackle our own mental wellness head on too. Let me share with you my thoughts on student success. It means we refigure what we're doing for our students and ourselves to create an awesome space of learning and connection. Today, I'm calling for an all-out, university-wide commitment to tackle student attrition and to promote student success. A revolution for student success from each and every one of you. Right here, right now. My stake is in the ground, and I hope you will stand alongside me because it's going to take all of us. Never before has our campus mascot, the Mountaineer, better captured our needs. Historically, Mountaineers met challenges, whether it be climbing mountains others thought were too high or going the distance to ensure the welfare of and future of others and ourselves. Mountaineers are physically and mentally tough. They know how to go the distance, how to shore up their reserves, how to plan for long journeys. And they know when the right moment to strike is, and it's now. They know that if the weather, the climate, the wrong step, it can undermine their journey or mission. They're determined, adaptable, and resilient. Of course, all mountaineers are going to trip and fall. We just have to make sure we get back up when it happens and continue the walk, the journey to our homelands. They have the respect for the diverse world around them. Their lives take them to different parts of the world. They meet with different peoples, and they adapt to the environment they are in. We need mountaineers to push for solutions around the issues I've presented. You are all critical components of success, and we have the grit to help the next generation of students. Our shared value and mission as a public regional university is to educate our students. That is a sacred trust that the institution puts in you to do well by our students and live the values and mission of EOU. And EOU must take action now. We chose to be mountaineers. Our calling was to commit ourselves to a journey that leads to supporting students through the highs and lows of their own educational paths. I need you to be part of this work. Faculty, that means I need you to continue building educational materials that help students scale up and grow their skills. EOU was never meant to be an ivory tower. It's not our job to weed out students. After all, if we've taught and no one's learned, what have we actually done? It's our job to provide a solid educational foundation for lifelong learning and career development. Our mission states, EOU guides student inquiry through integrated, high-quality liberal arts and professional programs that lead to responsible and reflective action in a diverse and interconnected world. For me, the operative word here is guide our students. Faculty, I'm asking you to do what you do best. Continue building your classes and assignments in ways that help students learn, not just your subject, but how to learn. Know that this work must be revisited in this moment for an important reason. For this generation, learning loss, high anxiety, and barriers to student learning are leading students to make and take exit strategies rather than building a ladder to success and learning. Among the highest marks EOU receives is related to their faculty experiences. 93.3% of students reported they had at least one faculty member who made them excited about learning. 81%, that's right, and 81% agreed that faculty cared about them as a person. I saw this in my recent visit to the Summer Bridge program with faculty. The students shared how excited they were to be around faculty who cared about their subject as well as students. And that's a notable point about EOU. Faculty, let's help guide our students to greater success with your skills. Some of your students are going to move easily through your materials, but what about the others we admitted to the university, like those with the challenges I mentioned around working, learning loss, differential levels of preparation? How does your teaching support them and help them grow from failure to success? How does your class structure support the student who fails their first exam, writing assignment, or project? Will you build multiple assessments or assignments so that students have a chance to learn and do better? Or will you only have 2 or 3 tests that ultimately feast all but our best students who already knew how to grow and learn? How do we communicate about failure to our students? Let's allow students to fail, but also to bounce back and give them the opportunity they need to grow and do better. Learning wasn't intended to be something that you get right the first time you're out. Let's not make that the case here. I'm asking you to remove barriers in your programs and curriculum where you see them by working with others, having conversations about what works, and adopting what is valuable. Take a new look at your structure, policies, and offerings. We cannot afford to lose this generation. Let's be courageous and use fresh eyes immediately. Strategies with proven success that we must advance, of course, include career integration, applied and experiential learning, interrogating our DFW courses, and engaging in inclusive teaching and learning practices. Like our students, you don't have to be perfect. We're all going to grow together in our learning about how to advance student success. No one's perfect. The only time failure defines us is when we give up. So let's take a fresh look at each of the classes we're teaching right now, today, this month, this year, in every program. I'm calling on you to deliver on new ways to advance student success. This is our job as educators, and it doesn't ever stop. We must always look at our classes with fresh eyes because we always have new, fresh students. Among our staff, your support of the students in learning and growing in everything you do, from our efforts to have a beautiful campus that makes coming to campus enjoyable, marketing and selling our degrees, supporting campus life and building student engagement, tutoring, assisting students with financial aid and career development, creating a schedule of classes, let alone getting them registered. Everything on campus, all of our jobs ultimately bend to student learning. Let's make sure that all of our offices on this campus put students first in their actions and activities. My call to staff, students first service. Let's try to help them be their best selves in your interactions with them, practicing patience and kindness, even when it's really, really, really hard. And let's understand that students come with their own baggage to campus too. Just like us, every day is not their best day. Let's try to understand the barriers in front of our students. Let's review our processes from the student's perspective. If we have a policy or activity that doesn't appear to be in line with our needs, please bring it to our attention. We need to reduce unnecessary bureaucracy, period. Going through hoops and hoops of paperwork doesn't solve a problem, and it doesn't build a student's character. It builds a grievance that this generation knows can be eradicated by switching institutions. And it's easier than ever to do just that. Finally, everyone on this campus can check in with students when they talk with them. Let's ask folks how they're doing, as well as each other. Be present and help us make this campus a space of fun and engagement. Help us figure out ways to engage our students, being mindful of their time commitments, their desire to grow socially, and to benefit from a positive environment. Of course, I'm not just here to represent the students. Student success is also about our faculty and staff and administrative well-being. This campus doesn't move forward without the well-being of its faculty and staff. I've spent time trying to visit with every single unit on campus since I took this role, and I'll continue doing so until I'm done. Some of you have great hope, and you are already sprinting. You're excited to rejoin community. You are inspiring us with your clear vision, your focus, and your energy. Others of you are hurting in various degrees. You've started to wonder if you can keep up, whether you have the energy to innovate, the momentum to keep pushing. You need a breather. Others find yourselves in both spaces, energized one day, spent and emotionally exhausted the next. Waking up excited, but going to bed with questions and concerns. That's us. That's life. That's the challenge of our humanity, to take care of ourselves and each other. And I'm asking you again to do just that. Take care of yourself so you can take care of each other. What does that mean? Process your grief and experiences, and maybe with the assistance of others. Find your humility. We're not perfect, but also find your pride in what you do. We are the most affordable public university in Oregon. Take pride in that. Find your hope, find your forgiveness, respect each other and practice grace, practice gratitude. Well, this is what wellness looks like for me. Probably seems like a bunch of messy things on a PowerPoint to you that I'm barely able to click from slide to slide. And that's okay if it's weird. You don't have to do this, but do you. Own it, see it, do it for you. EOU has so many ways for us to engage in helping ourselves be well. Use these resources. Only you can take the first steps for you. You are EOU. You are a mountaineer. Take care of yourself actively. Mountaineers walk with purpose and passion. Find yours and hold on to it. Student success is your success. No one does it without you. Acknowledge the power and potential you have in that. In this coming year, I'm hoping we can bring some joy and playfulness to this campus. Yes, work is hard, but we have so many talented and interesting people here. Let's not forget that. Let's laugh, let's talk, let's learn from each other. Like our students, we have a lot to look forward to in our journey. Some of the work we'll engage in includes creating our values proposition, working on budgetary sustainability, and our campus vitality and student engagement. We have a lot to work with here at EOU. We have a core of committed faculty, staff, students, trustees, and alumni. EOU is in a good position to expand upon its progress to date and to become a better and more responsive leader in the region. I can see the sun rising on Eastern Oregon University, and I see a campus that blossoms with engaged students, faculty, staff, and administration. Perhaps we'll smile just a little bit more, be a bit prouder. Maybe we'll stand just a tad taller and be certain that we are on the right path. And we will do this together. Thank you. I look forward to working with this year, and I hope to see you at the reception outside to welcome in all of our new wonderful faculty and staff. Thanks.